guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my February favorites video where I share all the things that I've been loving for the past month, although in this case it's the past couple of months because I think the last favorites video I did was November. I skipped December because I planned on doing a whole yearly favorites, but then that went up late, so I decided to skip January as well, and guess what? We're now at the end of February almost. So getting in early, sharing all the things that I've been loving with you, starting off with some beauty stuff. There have been a couple of brands that just seem to be killing it, at least when it comes to my favorites. The first one is IT Cosmetics. I have here the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Airbrush Silk Pressed Finishing Powder. A long name for a very lovely product. It's just your typical kind of translucent setting powder here. It does a really nice job of smoothing out the pores, setting your makeup in place, not being too overly cakey or powdery. I don't know, I've just been really loving it. It's been my sort of go-to non-stop using powder for both under the eyes and on the face. I've actually sort of made like a little dint in it there, which is crazy since I have only had it since Christmas time, but really loving that one from IT Cosmetics. Also really enjoying the Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream. It's a color correcting full coverage cream with SPF 50, and it also has anti-aging hydrating serum inside it. I don't know about all that other stuff, but I just think it's a great product. It seems to have a lot higher coverage than your typical CC cream or BB cream. It's honestly medium to like medium plus coverage. It kind of settles on the skin really nicely. It doesn't look too heavy. It kind of melts in. It kind of smooths over pores as well. It lasts well. It doesn't seem to, it's forgiving on any dry patches or flaky skin. And I thought it would be an issue that it might almost be too hydrating for my oily sort of T-zone, but I find that it holds up pretty well. If I powder, I don't have an issue with it sort of melting off my face, and the SPF coverage is great also, particularly since we are in summer here in Australia. The last IT Cosmetics product I wanted to mention was the Your Brows But Better Skinny Brow Pencil. This is in the Universal Transforming Taupe shade that they have. I use have used in the past the larger version, the original version, which has, oh, don't know what happened there. I must have twisted that up a little bit too much. Has a slightly thicker nib, still perfectly easy to use, but this one is just a little bit skinnier, a little bit more precise. Think like your Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz kind of size there. Has a little spoolie on the end. Very convenient, easy to use. It's what I have in my brows today, and I find that the color works well in like lightening my overall brows, because my brows, or the brow hair, is naturally a lot darker than my natural hair, so I just feel like it kind of evens it out a bit, and just it suits the look that I'm going for. I feel like I'm very like talking with my hands today. Anyway, moving on. The other brand that I wanted to mention was Zoeva. Not something that you usually think about when you're thinking about makeup. They're more synonymous with brushes. I do have a brush favorite from them. This is the 134 Luxe Powder Fusion brush. It was sent to me in a package, I think late last year. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve. I was so excited when I received it because it felt like an early Christmas present, but I've been loving this for highlight. It's basically the only brush that I've been using for highlight of late. It's a really nice size, it's tapered, it works great for applying product, and then you can sort of press a little bit harder and blend it out. I also think it would work really well for contouring, for powdering under the eyes. Great brush. Loving that one. And then a couple of makeup releases from Zoeva. I don't know how I lucked out and ended up on their PR list, but they've been sending me a lot of their new stuff, and I'm very appreciative because it's been awesome. This Spectrum range that they have some blush palettes and some eyeshadow palettes. This is the Nude Spectrum colorway. Has 4 blush colors in there. They're very like neutral shades. They almost look a little bit like bronzers. I have a little bit of these 2 shades on my cheeks today, and I've been loving these colors for when I don't want anything too over the top. I don't want anything that will clash with whatever I've got going on in my eyes. Maybe I want something that just, it's like an all-in-one product. I don't want to do the whole contouring and bronzing and blushing. I just want to put one product on and be done. That is where this comes in. Really nice. Very pigmented as well, so I've been enjoying that one. And then to go along with that, Nude Spectrum eyeshadow palette. They have a few different colors, ranges of these as well, but this one I feel like is going to be the most popular and the most loved It is a stunning range of neutral shades. Like I need another neutral palette. I don't, but this is beautiful. Again, it's what I've got on my eyes today. It has a nice range of shimmers and mattes. You have your matte black, your matte sort of chocolate brown, your matte mid-tone browns. You've got one that's a little bit warmer, one that's a little bit cooler, and then a matte highlight, and then you've got all your other beautiful shades. Most of them sway warm, but there is a few kind of cooler shades in the bunch as well. A really nice just all-rounder palette. I love the sort of sleek packaging. It's just cardboard packaging, so it's lightweight, great for sort of carrying around with you. I would say that this probably doesn't protect the eyeshadows much, so if you use this for traveling, you want to make sure that it's packed well, because these powders are really quite soft, which is great for blending, but it also will mean that they could shatter on you, so you do have to be a little bit careful. But other than that, I think it's a great palette if you are looking to add another one to your collection, or you're looking to start with some sort of neutral eyeshadows. I really have been enjoying this one. A few other bits and pieces to round off my makeup favourites. This one is from Marc Jacobs. It's a new mascara from the brand. It's the Velvet Noir Mascara, or Volume Mascara. I have the shade number 10 Noir. This was first brought to my attention at a Sephora event. They were previewing new products that were coming out in 2016, and I heard the little story behind this one, and it was to do with Marc Jacobs, and I think it was him watching his mother as a child applying her mascara, and she used to use little bits of velvet, like the little fibers, and add them to her lashes to make her lashes longer. This was back obviously before you actually got little fibers in the mascara. I thought that was a really sweet story behind it. It does have little fibers in it, so it does add length. It definitely adds volume. I have it on my lashes today. Has a nice size brush, not too big, and I think it does a really nice job. It can go a little bit clumpy, so you do have to be wary of that, but for me, I think you can definitely work with it, and I like the overall finish, as I said. This is the Benefit Stay Don't Stray, and I just have a little sample. I think I've only ever had sample sizes. I've never actually had the full size, but I tend to not wear a ton of eyeshadow on my eyes, particularly during the week for work. I don't have a lot of time in the morning, so I use this just to color correct my eyelid, sort of neutralize any redness or veins that you see, and I also apply a little bit under my lash line to help with holding my concealer on. It does a great job. It just, I don't know, it's one of those products, it doesn't get a lot of talk, but it does what you need it to do, and I really like that one from Benefit. One day I might get the full size. And last for makeup, I have a lip product. It's what I'm wearing on my lips today. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood. Just your sort of typical matte liquid lipstick, doe foot applicator. It applies really well. I do definitely recommend like taking off all the excess product, just applying a really thin layer, and I feel like that works best. It wears really well. It definitely dries. It's not like the most hydrating, but it's not so dry that it's uncomfortable. And I find that particularly this color, maybe because it's a lighter or neutral color, it wears away well. Like I had this on all day yesterday. I ate, I did things, and I wasn't tempted to like rub it off because it was flaking or had gone gross or uncomfortable. It seemed to just hold up well with me talking and going out and doing stuff, and I just removed it at the end of the day when I removed the rest of my makeup. So really like that one. If you like your pinky neutral nude shades, Pure Hollywood from Anastasia Beverly Hills is awesome. Some more beauty favorites. I have a nail polish. This is the White Hot Love nail polish as part of the 60-second Super Shine range from Rimmel. I've mentioned this like formula before. I think it is awesome, and this color, it's just a clean, bright cream white shade. I don't have it on my nails today, unfortunately. I wish I did. I plan on putting it on later after I've cleaned my brushes and done some cleaning that I need to do, because I don't want it to chip on me, but it looks really fresh. I think particularly with like a summer tan, I don't know, it's classic while being sort of still fun. I really enjoy it. Opaque within 2 coats, great formula, and I'm really loving that look. This one here's a little bit of a strange one. It looks like a cloth. It's actually the original makeup eraser. Another one that was introduced to me at the Sephora event that I went to. It's a cloth, but it's supposed to be able to remove your makeup with just water alone. And as you can see, it definitely does a good job. I've been using it. You just throw it in the washing machine after you've used it a couple of times, and you then can reuse it. So it's a great environmentally friendly kind of product. It's probably good for those of you who don't want to use too many chemicals on your skin as well. The premise of this is that the fibers, I believe, sort of are woven like this, or sort of, so they help grab the makeup as opposed to like a usual face washer that just has sort of little loops. I don't know about the science behind it, but it does do a good job. I don't use only this. I use this as a first step to remove all my makeup, and then I still go in with my normal cleanser. Even though they say you can use only this, I just don't feel comfortable, but it's really up to you and your own comfort level. If it's something that intrigues you and you're not one for makeup removal wipes or other things like that, check it out in Sephora, because it definitely does the job and will definitely remove your makeup. I'm really happy to have a new fragrance favorite. This is Leia by, it's either Ni'ima or Ne'ima or Naima or Nima. I tried to go to the internet to work out exactly the pronunciation, and unfortunately it let me down because it had conflicting information, but it's this one here. I love the bottle, I love the scent. It's a sort of sweet vanilla with a base of musk. It's definitely musky. It has this girliness to it and this femininity, but it's also kind of seductive. I hate trying to describe scents to you guys. You know I struggle, but if you happen to see it, definitely give it a whiff. I think that it's interesting and unique, at least for my scent collection, and that's my goal, is to try and branch out when it comes to perfumes, not just buy the same thing over and over again. Before we move on to a couple of random favorites, I do have a hair favorite, which is actually just my hair. If you didn't notice, I did get it cut. It's quite a bit shorter. It just ends there, which for me, considering it used to sort of be down to my belly button, this is short, and I wasn't sure whether I'd like it, but I'm loving short hair. It's so easy to do, and I don't know, I like it. It's so easy to get volume and it's so quick to curl, and I love the color. I did have the ends lightened. I've got sort of random light strands underneath. My roots are still my roots and my color, but I like having a little bit of variation in the color. I feel like it just lifts it all, and I've been really enjoying it. I'm really happy with it. I got it done at Edwards & Co here in Sydney, and I couldn't be happier. Moving along from beauty, fashion and accessory favorites, one is this set of rings. I have a little midi ring and then just a normal ring there, just a band in rose gold from Samantha Wills. It was a Christmas present, and I love how sleek and simple it looks. And then my other fashion favorite, I'll grab it for you guys, is actually a handbag. It's from, I might have just got lip product all over that one. It's from Sports Girl. It's a bucket bag, really simple, sort of tan brown color. I didn't think I'd like bucket bags because I thought that this would be a bit of a pain in the butt, but it's so good. You just chuck stuff in there. It's so handy. It's easy to get stuff in and out. It holds so much. Just has like a normal shoulder strap. Love that one from Sports Girl. And then if you consider your phone a fashion accessory, this case, I got it on eBay. It's just mesmerizing. I can't stop looking at it. When I get bored, I watch the glitter move. I feel like a little child, but it does add quite a bit of bulk to your phone, but it sort of makes it double in thickness. Obviously it needs to because it's got liquid in it. So when I don't want a bulky phone, I have been using this case. This was sent to me, showed up on my door one day. It's the onestore.com.au phone cases. What I love about this, it's just clear. So you can see your actual phone through it. It's really secure, but then it also has this like metallic band around the edge that is the color of the phone. So it just adds a little bit of extra to it. It protects the edges, which is my big thing. I hate when you drop your phone and then the color scratches away, which happened to me. So now I can't see that because I have this sort of covering it up. Just sleek, simple, doesn't add any extra bulk. Love that one. And you can also get it, they sent me a few of them, you can get it in the gold and you can get it in the silver to match your phone. I don't think they're particularly expensive. I'll link to that in the description box below if you want to check them out. I'll have a list of all the other products that I mentioned as well and links where possible, but I've been enjoying both of these cases. A few other random favorites. One has been planning. You might have seen some of my planning videos of late. I've been enjoying being a little bit more organized, and I'm enjoying the kind of creative aspect of using stickers. I have bought a few, but then I've also started sort of designing and making some of my own for me because it's a little bit more cost effective, but I find that this is a good outlet. For whatever reason, I find it very therapeutic to be able to write stuff down, check things off. It makes me feel like I'm doing something with my life. I know it's the little things, but it's whatever gets you through day to day, and I have a lot going on, and that just helps keep me sort of sane, I guess. Finishing up with television and movies, Netflix has definitely been a favourite of mine over the last few months. I have loved Jane the Virgin. If you watched my Vlogmas in December, you would have known I was sort of obsessed with that. I can't wait for the second season to come on Netflix. I also really enjoyed Making a Murderer. As much as it stressed me out and was frustrating, it also got me really involved, which I think is a sign of a good TV show. And then I succumbed and sort of signed up for the 3-month trial of Apple Music, the 3-month free trial, and I didn't think I'd like it. I honestly just did it so I could watch the Taylor Swift concert, but I've been really enjoying being able to download full albums, and like it's made me do that more. I downloaded the whole Justin Bieber album, whole Vance Joy. I actually already had that, but I've been enjoying that one as well. The Troye Sivan album, love that. I even downloaded the One Direction new album. I'm horrified to say that I did that, but I did, and there's actually a few songs on there that I enjoy. James Bay, I've been loving his album. I like being able to hear all the music and find songs that you won't necessarily hear on the radio. The 1975 have also in the process of releasing a new album, and I love the sound, and I think it's called ARG. It's literally just UGH'. Great song name, but I like that as well. So lots of new music favorites there. And I think that brings us to the end of my favorites video. It was very chatty, but I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about some of the things that I've been loving. Check the description box, like I mentioned, for everything that I've talked about, any extra information. My social media links will be there as well. Make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing really well. My name is Rachel, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!